Dr. Effendi. I'd like to invite the President SDMA, who's an associate professor in public affairs science, Prince Sultan University. He has more than 100 publications in various international journals and conferences. He's also working in Arabic text mining and language processing. And I would like to invite Izzat.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وصحبه أجمعين. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present some of the work in the area of Arabic processing and data mining. And this will be right away directly presenting the subject, assuming that some concepts that are related to this area has been presented earlier by so this presentation is going to focus on what is called opinion mining and sentimental analysis. Probably those two terms are somewhat related and used in some cases interchangeably, where we are interested to see comments, posts, etc., in social networks and some commercial and possibly news websites, and come up with the opinions of commenters related to the subject presented in the news of the article. Just to talk a little bit about the statistics and how much there are posts and comments, and actually what distinguishes what is called the Web 2 in comparison to Web 1 is the ability for users to interact and post using their very simple without having websites and etc. And so I brought those slides to show some of the current statistics. This is a website called Statistic Brain, which collects periodically statistics related to social network websites and some other websites. If you can see, for example, number 2 talks about total percentage of people from 18 to 24 who already use social media. So it's 98%, almost everybody around the world at that particular age is using in some way or another social media. So that says something related to how much this is going to be dominated in future. I'm not going to read all of but in summary, they say, and I think this is related to social networks in general. This is related to Twitter, for example. The first one talking about the total number of active registered Twitter users, 645 million. The third one, I think, again related to Facebook, which is even more possibly popular than Twitter. So there is a huge amount of data that is used, and usually I use the subject of WhatsApp as an example of how much data now is important and expensive. WhatsApp is a very small application that is sold with a large amount of money, and largely because of the data. There is not much technology and equipment, etc. in that product to be worth the amount of money. I think it's around 20 billion to be sold to Facebook. So in opinion mining, largely we are interested in finding the overall polarity. So I use the word polarity because opinion is largely meaning that I need to know if those people they like or dislike. So largely for final opinion. Of course, neutral is another challenge in this area where, in many cases, studies show that our people seems to be in the gray area between like and dislike, and this applies particularly to political network analysis, where people seems not to agree 100% or disagree. So imagine this can be more challenging for tools to judge that this post means that this user agrees or disagrees on this particular subject. The areas, so this can be a typical classification problem where you have one of three classes, positive, negative, or neutral. The three largest areas that this field is applicable to are news websites, and e-commerce websites, and social networks. And each one of those three areas actually is taking their own role and interest in analyzing this huge amount of data published or posted to the web. So I'm going to focus on sentimental or opinion mining in Arabic, and some of the works that I presented, of course, part of a group largely master students in this specific area since possibly 2010. The first one published in journal Social Networks Mining. We talked about video spam and public opinion in the current Middle Eastern conflicts, and this was a particular case study related to the Syrian conflict, where we collected a lot of videos from YouTube related to the Syrian conflict and the comments posted in those videos, and how much there is a polarity first, of course, polarity and statistics related to the because that's again a typical opinion where you are with or without or against one of the two, let's say, parties. Polarity is to be judged whether this post is a spam or not. So here we focus actually in two aspects. One with one side or not, but also we focus on whether this post is a spam or not. Spam or not, how we can judge that this post is spam or not. Basically, if the YouTube is talking about one side, we notice that the two teams are using the internet heavily for propaganda. So each team is trying to show that they are far more popular than the other, and so spam is used a lot in comments where for example, the video is talking about one side, and most of the comments are going the other. So how do you classify that this post is spam or not? Especially you notice that there's something in YouTube, I think Google are working on it, where you can tag a lot of keywords in the video, and in some cases those tags are largely conflicting with each other. So why the uploader will tag such words? Largely because they want to get more popularity. So if you are searching for whatever, maybe you are searching for Islamic studies, and suddenly you may ask yourself why I came up with this YouTube video, which has nothing to do with Islamic studies. So in some cases, because the user who posted that video tagged a lot of words related to Islamic studies, where the search engine in this sense was tricked and show you this video as a result where it actually should not. So that's an example of a spam. So that's the general methodology of how we judge that this is spam or not, whether it meant to reflect what the video is talking about or not. Of course, I'm talking about some of this spam keywords here, like keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing is what I mentioned earlier, related to putting a lot of words, largely not related, largely talking about many different things, just to get my video as popular as it can. We show that this is really in this specific conflict is going much and much further complicated, where our videos are representing the two different polarities, and yet the users from both sides are commenting. So it's not I came here to comment because I like this video. I came here to comment and post because I want to whether to get this video less popular or more popular. Spam in general is used largely. So what is spam? Spam, possibly you are familiar with spam in emails, where you get emails that are solicited or not intended for you specifically for marketing or for many other purposes. In this particular research, we try to define a new type of spam. So, like I said, spam here we define it as unintentional or unrelated post. So whether you meant to support this video or not. So largely for propaganda reasons or political reasons. This can still fall within the general definition of spam. And the second paper, which is more probably related to sentimental analysis, this was first an empirical study where we collected around 4,000 reviews. Why Arabic and English? Because sadly to say that a lot of commenters or posters who comment supposedly in Arabic, yet they mix the post between Arabic and English, and the worst, there is a third type, which is sometimes called Arabization, where the letters are in Arabic and the words in English, or even the opposite. So how could you allow multiple language processing tools understand such new language, if you can say, or habit of users, where they can mix, like I said, mix words between Arabic letters and English meaning, or the opposite. We had actually to do, there was another challenge we had added to what the professor mentioned, is dictionaries for words. We had to do Arabic and English and even emotion or emotional icons dictionaries, where, for example, this icon means that I'm happy or I am not. So we noticed also that there are a lot of sarcasm in posts where my words are all seems to be positive or praising this article, but simply I am not. I am totally the opposite. So again, this is a challenge for an automated tool to know that. For example, there is a soccer game, and my team that I am supporting lost 5-0, and I am praising them as part of sarcasm, saying that this is a perfect team and I love this team very much. And so those all seems to be very positive, while at the end the polarity should say, for example, negative. Also, we have to do symbols, and now we are actually adding more to symbols, where users, of course, they are using more like not emotion, not icons. For example, the 2 and the 3, and a lot of posters know that, where those symbols of smile. So mixing letters together, where they can indicate emotions. So we add those actually dictionaries, especially in Arabic, negative, and we are trying to make this popular for the words in Arabic that means negative or positive indications. So simply those tools are going to read this post. Let's say this post is of 30 words, and it will parse each word and go to the dictionary and see if this word indicates positive or negative meaning, and start adding up the number of words. Of course, you will have some words that means neutral. Not necessarily stop words, but some other words that they don't indicate any positive or negative polarity. So maybe in 20 or 30 words, you may have 3 or 4 words actually that have polarity negative or positive, and the rest is going to be simply neutral. We used and evaluated with some of the tools actually that are tested and evaluated, especially for English, but when we evaluated, we noted that they are not yet optimized for Arabic, such as social mention. So you can evaluate this and try it. It's available. And Twitter, I think they have a tool they call Twins. So where you can ask for a general opinion what people in Saudi Arabia think about, for example, iPhone. And you may get some initial results, but largely optimized to English. And add to the challenges actually that most of our posters they use their own accent for slang languages. So how can you add this to the dictionary? That's another challenge. People may use that for several reasons, such as, like I said, I think I mentioned the sarcasm part, where I am adding very much positive polarity words, and eventually I need negative opinion. So we did a lot of marking to show how much, like I said, social mention and twins can be optimized for Arabic, and we noticed that typically because those tools were developed originally for English, so they still need a lot of testing and benchmarking to show some good statistics related or accuracy related to Arabic. We also make this toward making an opinion analysis tool similar to what Twitter are doing, but like I said, more optimized on Arabic. We started first with what is called modern standard Arabic in order to make this largely usable for most or all Arab countries. Of course, we all know that standard Arabic is largely used by newspapers, journals, TV, and radio, but not necessarily by social media. So we evaluate what is called colloquial. Colloquial means slang or accents from different countries. We noticed that even countries they can have different slangs based on the area, and some of the words you may ask such words for the same people in the same country. Some of them they may know, and some may not, based on the area or the region they are in. A large number of other collective comments and abuse from social work recognized. Of course, there are a lot of pre-processing activities that need to be done before judging whether this comment or post represent negative or positive opinion. So some of us think post is the mentioned area related to the stemming and sorry, not the stemming, the parsing and the tokenization of the words, and possibly whether we need to do stemming or not, whether we need to eliminate stop words or not. Some research show that in some cases maybe leaving stop words is useful, and some others we show that removing them is more. This is an example of one algorithm that we use to evaluate the overall polarity judgments. Of course, simply we are taking words, and like I said, those words, not necessarily all of them they will represent polarity judgment. Some of them they may represent neutral opinion, just because those words they don't convey positive or negative meaning. And at the end, you want to build those very specific terms that convey negative or positive, and see which or how many of those are repeated, and whether positive or negative are more. come up with a final judgment whether this post represents a negative or positive opinion. We try to collect posts from different countries, hoping to try to come up with some sort of standard. As we know, Arabic speakers from different countries, they use different terms that are not necessarily known by others. Comments and reviews have been Latin letters, like I said earlier also, that many of the comments posted in Arabic supposedly they mix French, probably in the western region of Middle East. French is mixed largely, and in the eastern parts, English can be mixed also with the Arabic letters. And here I mention one example, Mumtaz, for example. When you write Mumtaz, so that the meaning is Arabic and the word is English. So this is another challenge where how you can add those words. So typically, if you build a natural language processing tool, it can categorize whether this word is in English, which will use English dictionaries, and if this word is in Arabic, we'll use an Arabic dictionary. But if this word is like this word, Mumtaz, where it is not an English word and not an Arabic word, so, how you could make this judgment. Results of the quality of automatic plurality judgment with the tools are evaluated. We showed 90% accuracy in some cases, and I think that's subjective based on the comments. And if you want to make this more generic, you have to give a large corpus or data set from different websites and news websites and different countries to be able to generalize this and relate it to the performance of the tool. This is another one again where we focus on comparison between social mention and another tool which is called the Sinti string, and we collected a lot of comments in Arabic. And for example, here are the results, and we use the different machine learning algorithms such as KNN, Sinti, naive Bayes, and SDMA. And in this table, you can see that the best one is 95, which is naive Bayes using social mention. So for this specific data set, social mention was better using the naive Bayes algorithm. Some of the work progress evaluates stemming impact in predicting tweets, whether stemming is going to improve or not. Stemming words to their roots are shown to have conflicting results. Because initial evaluation, like I said, some research studies, at least in English, shows that stemming can improve accuracy. In some cases, it may not. Stemming may have a positive impact if it can reduce differences between slang language in comparison with the standard language. So adding to the challenge that many of the words will not be in standard Arabic. So how could such words be stemmed? Spam in social networks. Like I said again, that's probably this term is somewhat new and not used a lot. But again, as I mentioned earlier, so defining spam in social networks here, it means that I am posting in websites just for propaganda because I'm trying to inject. And a lot of people are saying that actually governments are interfering in knowing that how much important social networks and opinion mining, so they are intervening somewhat or artificially injecting a lot of opinions, possibly by government employees working around the clock to post comments, maybe to artificially change the overall opinion related to some subjects. Final thoughts, black and white. I just want to say that polarity again is a challenge for us as humans. How about for tools? With us or against us? This is a very popular term used by Bosch in, I think, in 2000, where a lot of people, even in the US, make fun of it. That what if I am not with you or against you? I am somewhat opposing your opinion, but I'm not against you. So how could you do this with tools? Well, polarity necessary is a good thing. Do you need to have more like rather than positive or negative, more classes where I am partially positive and partially negative? Can't we have gray area opinions? In fact, it seems that many opinions are classified as neutral. Why? Tools having this as a challenge. Why they classified as a neutral? Because they are not really with or without, so they are somewhat in the gray area. So the tools will judge this final post as a neutral. Why it's not really a neutral. And then can we have 3 polarity, like I said, or maybe 5? Can we further classify those in the gray areas? And that's it. Thank you for listening.
You can take questions for Dr. Izzat now.
Thanks for the great presentation. I want to know one thing. For example, there are 2 products, Samsung and iPhone. Now, if I want to make a sentiment analysis, there would be 2 positive sentiments, 2 negative sentiments, 1 neutral. Have you tried to do Arabic opinion sentiment analysis using this type of problem? The second thing is that there is a Arabic word net, Sentinet. Is there anything which is Arabic Senti word net, like English Senti word net? And if it does not exist, is there any possibility to translate this English Senti word net into Arabic and try to do sentiment analysis?
Thank you for the first question. Typically, we use one subject for opinion, so we evaluate Samsung separately and iPhone separately. That's what typically. Now, whether they can be combined, again, that can complicate the process because maybe I like both, I like one and hate the other. So usually it is one subject. And for the second one, actually, we tried this at one case where there was a tool in English, and we translated the Arabic post to English using Google, automatically, of course, using a robot, and then we'll post this to the tool, and then we'll bring the judgment. And we noticed that for a lot of natural language processing challenges, and there are some words in Arabic they may not be necessarily translated correctly due to the semantic meanings, so the final judgment may not be accurate. In some other cases, there are some tools that they claim to be sort of language independent, but when we evaluated them, they are not optimized, like I said, for Arabic in particular, and they don't show really a very significant accuracy.
Thank you very much. I request Dr. Sridhar to please come on stage. I'd like to present next to the